and welcome to my channel. I'm April Honey. Today we're going to be touring my island of Serenity. Serenity is my fairy meadowcore island. It gives very bedtime story kind of whimsical vibes. Hopefully you guys like it. I really loved making it. Let's get started. So right off, we're coming through the entrance. At the entrance, I really wanted it to feel whimsical and very mushcore and just kind of enchanted right when you walked in. And I really loved all of the items that I used on this island. And here we have our resident services and a little seating area that we put right over here. And I'm immediately going to go to the left and tour most of the left side of the island. So we have a peach orchard right here leading down to Grizzly's house. I did not do any of the interiors of the villager houses, but Grizzly lives right there. We gave him a little orchard situation. He's such a cutie. While I was actually decorating this, he was sitting in the little froggy chair. In front of the peach orchard on the beach, we just put another little seating area and a wheat field situation. I don't know, I just wanted to fill it out and fill out the farmy vibes. I feel like it ended up going pretty nicely since it was like a farm area, and I still wanted it to be a little bit unreal because of the fairy core. So we put another little seating area right there and a bakery, of course, because the orchard farm and table vibes. And of course, my wheelchair is right there, right next to a peach pie because I know myself. Okay, so we're just gonna move it right along this way. We have Dizzy over there just being a cutie. My beach over here is very simple, just a little walking path all the way to the edge. But if we come up this incline over here, we will come to Marshall's house. I gave Marshall like a garden situation to kind of go with the orchard vibes down below. I think it ended up fitting in pretty nicely with the area that he's located in. Marshall's a real cutie. He fits in really nicely on this island. So we're just gonna continue on this way. So if you happen to be at the entrance and you go right instead of left, you're gonna come to our Nooks cranny, our lovely Nooks cranny. On the beach, we have just a cute little seating area with some animals over here. And then we're gonna follow the road over here to Nooks cranny. I hid Nooks behind a building because the buildings didn't really go with my aesthetic on this island, but it is totally okay. There's a little alleyway right here where you can make your way to the Able Sisters. And the Able Sisters have your typical dress shop. Look at my baby girl. They have Ellie window shopping in front of it. She's such a vibe. I love her so much. And then over here, I put a little seating area in case you're waiting for somebody. If you come along this way, we're eventually going to get to Tia's house. Tia has a little farm to table also. She actually has a little organic cafe. She grows all of her own produce here. She is a little bit of a boss babe. She's super cute. Look at her house. I love it. She came out super cute. I love her little area. It continues down on the beach in the front, which I will show you right now. So this is her area down in front, the little cafe that she runs, because of course she's Tia, she's a teapot. Of course she has to have a little bit of a cafe situation going on. This is also one of the earlier builds of the island. I really do love it though. And then over here, we're just gonna come to Captain's Little Pier. Very simply decorated, nothing too extravagant. But if we continue around this way, we will take this very simple path and make it back behind Tia's house to the little meadow. And of course, it's a fairy core enchanted meadow, so there's star fragments and butterfly models and all of the things. I love the way this meadow came out so much. I made it on stream. Lots of friends helped with this and brought over flowers, in order to help my cause here, and it turned out beautiful. So thank you to everyone on stream who brought me flowers. This island, more than a lot of them, was a very much a group effort. So a lot of the items and things were given to me by people who came to streams. I appreciate you guys so much. I love the way this island came out, and not because of the aesthetic. Like, yeah, I think it's kind of cute, but this is the first island I ever made where I didn't feel like I had to be better than myself. Like, I feel like all of my islands before this, I was just in competition with myself to do better. And this time I really just let go and had a good time decorating for the sake of decorating without worrying too much about the outcome. So here we have our apiary. This is Maple's house, of course, because why wouldn't we have our little honey bear have an apiary? So very simple beehives and flowers. Just all of the normal stuff that you would expect at an apiary. And Maple's house. If you follow this little path, then you'll end up at Shino's house. Shino's house is very simply decorated. It's just a small little peninsula island area over here. Her house went pretty well with the island already, so I maintained the shape and just changed out the door. And I think it came out nicely. And then if we continue on this path back here, we will end up at the farmhouse, also known as the museum. There is a museum back there. I promise you, I did not do away with the museum. It's actually accessible in the back, but I don't love the museum design at all. So I'm always on a mission to hide the museum. And this is what I chose to do on this island to hide it. Hopefully you guys like it. I actually like the way this came out. And then over here on the peninsula, we will have Wolfgang's house, and Wolfgang has a little fishing spot and a little bit of a garage and a boat repair area behind his house over here. So here's a little secret. You can have an accessible museum if you do something like this. If you just make this path right here, just make one tile entrance, and then you can go right into your museum. So I did utilize my museum during this entire island, and I made sure that it was accessible in that way to me. The one thing I love about having these Meadowcore islands is all of the butterflies. So before I move on, I just want to show you this path because I'm in love with it. I just love doing this, you guys, these kinds of arch tree paths. Highly recommend them. I love them. They're like little tunnels. They're so much fun. So through the magic of editing, we are back over by the orchard, and we're coming up behind Marshall's house. So behind Marshall's house, we have a rock garden. I wanted a rock garden on this island. It just felt like a very fairy core thing to do with the Nova lights and everything, you know? I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I thought that it came out really nice. It looks really lovely at night. I did post some pictures, or I took some pictures that I'll probably post to the Instagram of it at night. And over here, there is an overlook to Ione's house. Ione's house ended up being my glowing paradise over here. I love all of the glowing items. And I know she's blue and this area is green, but I really love the way it came out. Like, I'm not just saying that. I really do love the way it came out. I was inspired, of course, by Ione. The glowing moss and all of that did not come in any color blue, so I decided to embrace the green and yellow here. It's the only part of my island that does not have blue, and I'm not disappointed with it at all. So this right here is a crescent moon island, and it is very green and very lush over here, very glowy at night. I will insert a photo here. And then right next to it, I made this pathway right here on the beach. And it's just a nice little complimentary pathway. It leads to the glowing moss pond and a little mini shrine, of course, in the back. For Ione's house, I just gave her a cute little seating area right here just to continue the vibe. If you go around the back of the island and you go next to Ione's area, there's a little mini campsite right here on a little island. I just love this little area. I made it to kind of go with the campsite over here. So this is our little campsite right here. It's very cozy. It gives very cozy vibes. I really do love the way this came out. I did not call a campsite villager for this because I liked the party light arch that I have behind the campsite and I didn't want to hide it. And then if we go back up this way, we come to Judy's house. Judy has a little bunny meadow and I just thought it suited her. It was so cute. I made these little bunnies in boxes and I wanted to put them somewhere on the island, so I put them in front of Judy's house. And then of course, if we go this way, we are going to end up right back at the orchard. So we're gonna go the other way. And coming up here, we are behind resident services. And I'm going to go up here. There's an overlook up here that overlooks my house on the island. So this is our view of the lake and of the castle from here, and that is where my house lives, and it's also where Dizzy and Ellie live up there with me. I will put a wide angle photo right here because it does look much better in wide angle, but I am pretty happy with how the house came out. I think it came out pretty cute. I went with a very flat front, which is a little bit different, but I just liked the vibe it gave off. It just felt right for this island. I'm always interested in different ways of making castles or using the castle items, so that was a lot of fun. And then if you come right here, there's a little sign right here, and it points to a pipe in the ground where if you jump, you should be able to go in it. Yeah. And you will land in front of my house in the castle. That pipe was the only way in or out of my house. So let me tell you, if you do that, then Isabel will knock you down to 4 stars because she does not like blocked entrances, even though we do have Mario pipes nowadays. She does not care. So this was my living room. It was very simply done. I didn't want to block off any of the doors. I also didn't really want to not decorate them. So I decorated every single room of this house, including this first one when you walk in, even though that's the hardest one. I don't normally do interiors, but I had a really good time decorating this house and I wasn't quite ready to let this island go, quite honestly. I enjoyed making this island so much and I love it so much that I just didn't want to finish all that fast. So I made this little spa area for the back room. I thought it would be cute, like a back deck of sorts. From the spa, we enter the bathroom, which is actually my least favorite room of the house. Not that it came out terrible or anything, but after I was finished is when I got all of the ideas. For some reason, when I was decorating it, I did not get a lot of ideas, but that is okay. We have our basic standard loo area with the vanity and a little spa tub over here with a little window view in the back, and I think it came out nice. From there, we have my bedroom. My bedroom is by far one of my favorite rooms in the house. I just love the way the vibe is in here. I love all the yellows and greens. I think I'm in a yellow and green kick in my life. I just love the yellows and greens. Okay, so from there, we're gonna come upstairs, which is my boy cave. If you guys don't know, I live with 4 boys and a husband. They are all gamers. So of course this house had to have a game room that properly represented all of my boys. They all love the color red and they all like black, which is kind of strange, right? That they all like the same colors. But here's where we are. I made them their own little gaming space. This is Daddy's area where he streams with me, and this would be Floofy Bear's area. And then Kyber and Isaiah would probably be zoning out in front of the television, and Aiden would be over here on his gaming laptop. This is actually how real life is situated as well when they're gaming, so it was very much inspired by my real life. So this is my favorite room of the house, not just this house, but any house. I just love the kitchen. I love to cook. I love to bake. And here we have our little cooking area, and it's separated off from our eating area. Pizza is very popular in this house. And that would be it. The walls have very, very simple, homey decor. I just wanted this to feel very cozy and very homey, the same way I would want my IRL kitchen to feel. That would be it for this island tour. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the island. I really loved making this island for you. I loved taking all of the suggestions and using all of the items that were sent to me. I hope you guys are all still having fun playing this game. I know I am. And I know you guys could be doing absolutely anything in the entire world, and you chose to spend a little bit of your time here with me. I appreciate you so much for that, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.